So I wanted to make a video showing this little area of the garden here, which I guess I'm now going to call the herb garden. So it's just outside the kitchen and the utility room. You can see I'm going to halfway through clean the patio. But the first thing we did here was just clean out the pond. And I've planted a couple of plants into this already, but not too many. So the first one was this dianthus. There's a couple of these, just to add a bit of colour, because I thought it just looked a bit bland and not too much colour in there. There's a nice fern growing by the pond, and then there's this crazy fennel, and I'm not entirely sure what to do with it, so if anyone's got any ideas what to do with fennel, that would be great. A small thyme plant which I've planted just in here. Now I keep picking that to use for cooking, so I need to let that grow a little bit bigger. There's lots of chive, which I think is seeded kind of wildly in this area. A lovely big lavender, which I think is in 3 parts, and I might try and pull that back. Some mint here, which I've got to try and keep tabs on because that can spread really wildly. A small conifer, which I've had to trim back already, and some oregano. A few more chives knocking around in here. They've kind of spread around, so need to chop some of those back. And then a plant, I'm not entirely sure what this is. I should really do a Google search on it, but if anyone's got any ideas what this plant is, I thought it was a fuchsia, but it's not. And then just in the corner here, there's an old rosemary bush, which I've trimmed back all the dead bits, and that's quite nice. And then there's a few more flowering plants here. Again, not sure what they are, but there's some little red flowers coming off these, which hopefully are going to look quite nice. Now, something that stumped me, these little things here look like they came from bulbs. They're just about to flower, so I'll keep tabs on those, see what they do. Now, my long-term plan for this is probably to tidy up some of the mess and put some bark down. But it's a project for me, and if you're interested in this kind of stuff, then give us a follow. The more followers, the better, and we can really make a community here.